It was a warm summer afternoon when Ethan and Lily, both college students, decided to escape their hectic schedules and explore the outskirts of town. Ethan, 21, was adventurous and always searching for new thrills, while Lily, 20, was quiet, thoughtful, and usually preferred the comfort of a good book. Despite their differences, something about Ethan's energy drew Lily in, and something about Lily's calmness steadied Ethan. That day, they borrowed Ethan's old car and drove for hours until they reached a dense forest reserve that neither of them had visited before. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" Lily asked, clutching her water bottle as they parked near the trail. Ethan grinned. "Come on, Lil, what's the worst that can happen? We'll hike, see some nature, maybe even find a hidden waterfall." Adventure. Reluctantly, Lily followed him. The trail began with clear signs and sunlight streaming through the trees. Birds chirped overhead, and the scent of wildflowers floated in the air. For the first hour, everything was magical, almost like a perfect date. But soon, the path grew narrower, and the forest became darker. The signposts disappeared, and with each turn Ethan took, Lily felt less certain they knew where they were going. "Ethan, do you even know the way back?" Lily finally asked, her voice slightly trembling. Ethan paused, glanced around, and forced a confident smile. "Of course, well, maybe not exactly. But hey, getting lost is part of the adventure." Lily groaned. Adventure doesn't mean starving in the woods. Still, they pressed forward. After another hour, their phones lost signal, and panic began to set in. Scene 1. The first argument. As the sun began to lower, Lily sat down on a fallen log, frustrated. "This is ridiculous, Ethan. We should have turned back when we had the chance." Ethan rubbed the back of his neck. "I thought I could find a shortcut. I didn't mean for this to happen." Her eyes softened despite her anger. "You always rush into things without thinking. Do you know how dangerous this could be?" He sat beside her, shoulders slumped. "I know, I just wanted to give you something special. Something you'd remember." For a moment, silence hung between them. Lily noticed the vulnerability in Ethan's eyes, something she rarely saw. Slowly, she reached out and held his hand. "Well, you succeeded. I'll definitely remember this," she said with a small smile. Scene 2. Nightfall in the woods. Darkness fell quickly. The forest seemed alive with strange sounds, the hoot of owls, the rustle of leaves, the snapping of twigs under unseen feet. Ethan and Lily built a small fire using dry branches, huddling close for warmth. "I didn't think it would get this cold," Lily whispered, shivering. Ethan wrapped his jacket around her shoulders. "You're safe with me, I promise." They sat in silence, staring into the flames. Slowly, Lily leaned her head against Ethan's shoulder. She could hear his steady heartbeat, and it comforted her more than she expected. "You know," Ethan said softly, "I used to be afraid of moments like this. Being stuck, not knowing what comes next. But with you here, I don't mind. It's kind of perfect." Lily turned to look at him, her eyes meeting his. For a second, the world outside the fire's glow didn't matter. Scene 3. The confession. The next morning, after a restless night, they set off again, trying to find a way back. Hours passed, and exhaustion weighed on them. At one point, Lily tripped over a root, twisting her ankle slightly. Ethan rushed to her side. "Lily, are you okay?" She winced but nodded. "I'll be fine." Without hesitation, Ethan crouched down. "Get on my back, I'll carry you." Her cheeks flushed. "What? No, I can walk." "Lily," he said, firmly, "I'm not letting you suffer. Please, just let me." Reluctantly, she climbed onto his back, wrapping her arms around his neck. Ethan carried her through the thick forest, his breath heavy but determined. After some time, Lily whispered, "Why are you always like this? Always trying to protect me, even when you're the one who got us lost." Ethan chuckled weakly. "Because I like you, Lily. More than I've ever liked anyone. I act reckless sometimes, but when it comes to you, I'd do anything." Her heart skipped a beat. She buried her face against his shoulder, hiding the tears that formed. "Ethan, I like you too. I just didn't know if you ever saw me that way." He stopped walking, turning his head slightly to catch her eyes. "How could I not? You're the reason I even want to do stupid things like this. To be with you." And there, in the middle of nowhere, with no map and no guarantee of escape, Lily kissed him. It was gentle at first, then deeper, as if both had been holding back for too long. Scene 4. hope in the distance. After another long walk, tired and thirsty, they finally heard the faint sound of rushing water. Following it, they discovered a small river cutting through the forest. This must lead somewhere, Ethan said with hope. They followed the river downstream for hours until they spotted a wooden bridge. And beyond it, people. A group of hikers. We made it, Lily gasped, relief flooding her face. The hikers guided them back to the main trail, and eventually, they reached the parking lot where Ethan's car still sat waiting. Scene 5, the realization. As they drove home, the silence between them wasn't awkward this time, it was warm, full of unspoken emotions. Lily reached across and held Ethan's hand. "Thank you," she said softly. "For what?" "For getting us lost," she laughed gently. "If it weren't for that, I don't think I would have ever told you how I felt." Ethan smiled, squeezing her hand. "Then maybe getting lost was the best thing that ever happened to us." Epilogue. Weeks later, whenever they told their friends the story of how they almost didn't make it out of the forest alive, they always laughed. But secretly, for Ethan and Lily, that forest wasn't just a scary memory, it was where they found each other. Because sometimes, in order to find love, you have to get a little lost.